a former doorman at Trump World Tower, was paid $30,000 not to go public with a salacious story about Donald Trump fathering a love child with one of his employees, it was reported last night. Mr Sajudin was paid by American Media Incorporated, the publisher of the National Enquirer, for exclusive rights to a rumor he had heard about Trump having an illegitimate child with a 29-year-old woman who worked in the same building. The Enquirer never published the story, claiming they had spent 4 weeks trying to verify the story but had been unable to do so. But the tabloid has been accused of paying for and then sitting on other embarrassing stories about the US president in so-called catch-and-kill operations. In February, former Playboy model Karen McDougal claimed to have been paid $130,000 for her story of a 9-month affair with Trump, which was never published. A White House spokesman said the president had denied having a relationship with Ms McDougal and branded the story more fake news. The National Enquirer told The New Yorker they hadn't published the story because they did not find it credible. But The New Yorker highlighted the U.S. tabloid practice of catch-and-kill operations, where publishers pay for exclusive stories and then bury them. It's claimed they are a favored tactic of National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, a close friend of Donald Trump. As U.S. media outlets prepare to run stories about ex-doorman Mr Sajudin's payoff last night, RadarOnline, which is also published by American Media Incorporated, published details of the love child allegation. They confirmed Mr Sajudin had been paid $30,000 for the story and offered $500 advance payment dependent on him passing a polygraph test. Last year, the National Enquirer published stories claiming Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, who died of natural causes, had been assassinated by a $2,000 a night hooker. In 2015, they published lurid claims about Hillary Clinton's secret lesbian lifestyle, adding a long list of conquests including a beauty in her early 30s who has often traveled with Hillary, a popular TV and movie star, the daughter of a top government official, and a stunning model who got a career boost after allegedly sleeping with Hillary. And during the presidential primary before the 2016 election, they published an article linking candidate Ted Cruz's father Rafael to the JFK assassination. But the tabloid's editor-in-chief, Dylan Howard, claims they chose not to run the Trump love child rumor because they were unable to prove it. He said, "When we realized we would be unable to publish and other media outlets approached the source about his tale, we released Sajudin from the exclusivity clause that had accompanied his $30,000 payment, freeing him to tell his story to whomever he wanted." Many organizations have since tried, including the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and the Associated Press. The latest is Ronan Farrow from the New Yorker, who is calling our staff and seems to think this is another example of how the Enquirer, by supposedly catching and killing stories about President Trump, is a threat to national security. He added, "We're flattered by this attention and wish that it were true. Unfortunately, however, Mr Sajudin is one fish that swam away." U.S. prosecutors are investigating payments to women from both American Media Incorporated and Trump's personal lawyer Michael Cohen. It's understood the FBI raid on Cohen's offices last week was in search of evidence related to the payments,